Hello students, welcome to my class Chemistry Gurukul. In my previous videos, we have already discussed 4 salts up to bleaching powder. This is our last salt. In this video, we will discuss about plaster of Paris, which is the 5th salt which is given in your book in the 2nd chapter. So chemically, plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Why it is hemihydrate? You could see here in the formula, it is CaSO4 dot half H2O. So it is actually having half molecules of water. That's why it is hemihydrate. Its chemical formula, just now I told you, CaSO4. You can write this like this also. Either you can write CaSO4 half H2O, or you can also write it CaSO4 whole twice and 1 H2O. Now preparation. How this compound, that is CaSO4 half H2O, is prepared, you have to remember the name gypsum here, because it is the raw material for the preparation of plaster of Paris. It is prepared by heating gypsum. Formula of gypsum is CaSO4 dot 2H2O. Okay, at 373 Kelvin in a kiln. Kiln is it is a area where lot of amount of heat is supplied to a particular compound. Understood? So what they do here, when gypsum is heated, now children, you have to keep this temperature in mind, because this is very important part of the preparation of plaster of Paris. If temperature is decreased below 373 Kelvin, then this salt will not form. If it is increased, means if temperature increased, then also this salt will not form. So we need only this temperature, that is 373 Kelvin, to form plaster of Paris. Because if you will raise the temperature, the half molecules which is we want to get as plaster of Paris, it will not form. Only anhydrous calcium sulfate will form, and which will not have the properties of plaster of Paris. So while preparation, you have to remember this formula of gypsum, and very important part, the temperature part. Understood? I hope you have understood it. Now moving on to properties. It is a white powder. Second, it absorbs water with evolution of heat. Whenever you will add water to it, you will see some amount of heat is liberated. Third, when mixed with water, it forms a paste which sets into a hard mass. This is called setting of plaster of Paris. The setting of Paris is due to its hydration into gypsum. See, during adding or addition of water, this reaction will reverse. Understood? Means when you will heat gypsum, you will get plaster of Paris. But when you will add water to plaster of Paris, you will again get gypsum. Understood? So these two things are just reverse of each other. Now uses. It is used for making molds for toys, pottery, ceramics, etc. You could have seen at your homes also. Lots of materials are made up of POP. In common day-to-day life, we call it POP, but full form is plaster of Paris. Second, it is used for making statues, models, and other decorative materials. Third, it is used in medical applications known as plasters for setting broken and fractured bones in the right position, and in dentistry. Means dentists also use POP for the recovery of the patients, or for, you can say, to maintain the position of any broken piece which is present in the teeth part. Another application in medical applications, you could have seen plasters done whenever there is a fracture in bone. So we use plaster of Paris. Doctors apply it on the patient's body. Fourth, it is used for making smooth surfaces and ornate designs on walls and ceilings. Nowadays this is very important part of everybody's household. They used to do POP on their ceilings or on their walls. So it is nowadays used for smoothing the surface of the walls also. Fifth, plaster of Paris is used as fireproofing material. That's why it is used for making building materials, because it acts as a fireproof also. 6. It is used in laboratories for sealing the air gaps in apparatus to make it airtight. Sometimes in labs we require POP to seal that particular gap in any apparatus, so that evolution of gases or liquids cannot take place. To make that particular apparatus airtight, we use plaster of Paris. So this is it, students, for today's class. And with this salt, I am delighted to tell you that this chapter is completed now. I hope you have enjoyed all the videos of chapter 2, acids, bases and salts. So this is it. Thanks for watching.